Let's take London, UK, and draw an outline around the outside of the M25 motorway. So when we click this, we'll notice that we've got 2,309 kilometres, which is the area of London inside the M25. That's about 1,435 miles. And also, which is really interesting, the outline of this shape is 187 kilometres, 116 miles. If I go to Wikipedia M25, it tells me that the M25 is 188 kilometres, which is 117 miles long, which is pretty cool, as I only did this shape very quickly. Now let's get started, and what we're going to do is take London almost in the style of an American Werewolf in London, but do the opposite. So what we're going to do is say, what would it be like if London could literally be moved around, and say, right, okay, if one thing we are familiar with, which is, say, London, or it could be anywhere else, it really doesn't matter. And then I can say, well, let's park it alongside Paris. So there's Paris and there's London. Now, at the moment, those are quite big areas and quite close areas. But the beauty of this thing, I would say, and just talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I get this across the Atlantic. And what I'm trying to do is get it to a level where I can easily drag it over. And I do know that if I keep going and I'm looking for New York, which is over here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Nova Scotia. And particularly I'm interested in, say, being curious rather. There we go. That's quite nice. To look at New York and Manhattan. Now, here we go. Wow. Straight away, what we can see here, when I say wow, it's not a big wow. Wow, well, it actually is. Look at it. There is London and there is New York. Now, at the moment, we can see the term Manhattan here. Now, if we go in and we can look at Manhattan with Hudson River there, and if I could drag that in and put London next door to it, I don't know why I'm laughing. Well, I am, because it's interesting, isn't it? So we could say, okay, that's what London, and perhaps I need to do another one, which is the smaller one of just the city of London, because this is the area, of course, which is 117 miles around. So last thing, don't want to make this video too long, but it's really simple, and I want to drag it down to, let's say, have a look at Washington, D.C. There's Washington, D.C., and that's interesting because we get quite an idea of, maybe in the geography here, of how much space these places take up. So if you said that here is Washington, and I've flown over Washington, but I've never actually driven around, shall we say, the 495 here, but we can see that if we plonked London over the top of Washington, then it's bigger. Well, I'm not going to say bigger, I mean geographically bigger. I could almost come along here, couldn't I, and get started on a project. There we have it. Thank you very much.